Our 45th wedding anniversary. We had all 14 of us together in Franklin, Tennessee. We had a great time. My sad news is I missed the parade. I heard it was great and the pictures are fabulous.
I am thrilled, not just happy, that SARAH OLIAI and Mark Casher and then also Eric Harrison are taking over leadership of this wonderful group, and they're going to do a great job, and I'm thrilled about it. I've got more to give you.
Oh, we got one over there. Behind the pillar, Richard.
I'll come to you. You know what I'm happy about. Everybody should know what we're happy about over here. We won Best Float for the parade, Advance ER, and our rock and roll band. And yay! I'd like to make a big deal out of the happiness that we have for the events that we're going to have for the ceremony. So I'm going to create an event for that day. I encourage everyone here. I actually started creating events every Friday for our business, saying that we're attending the Rotary, so it would just help us. I got 5 new members to join, not our club, but 2 in McKinney, 2 in Frisco, and 1 here, just from that experience. So I'm happy about that, and I love y'all.
Well, thank you and congratulations. That was awesome. That was a great float.
I'm happy. Today is my younger son's 29th birthday. I can't believe that our baby is 29 years old. He's still a handful, though.
I'm just happy for Jill Jordan and Sarah. They did a great job on a podcast. Great information about Rotary. They were fabulous. So they get a $10 for that great job.
Well, Paul, thanks for the reminder. Today is my middle son's 27th birthday, so happy birthday to him.
All right, thank you. All good things. Do we have any guests with us today? If so, if you could please stand so you could be recognized.
Well, I have a guest, Allie Stokes. She has been here before. She's Development Director of Hope Cottage, and she wanted to come and meet a few folks before we present next week. And I think Emery McDowell, who has also been before, and Meredith are also here, all from Hope Cottage.
Thanks for coming.
Daniel Roby, I'm a member with Austin Street Center, and I brought Austin Street's intern who's been making an enormous impact this summer. So, Bo Richardson, thank you for joining us today.
I have a number of guests. Our speaker I will introduce later. First, we have Yasmin Oxley, who's a colleague in the same field as our speaker, SEDA. And she's also my stepdaughter. In dark blue is Mary Mokhtarian. She was a reader with me at North Texas Radio for the Blind. We read the Wall Street Journal. We read the Wall Street Journal every Friday on the air. And the third guest is Jaleh. She is a close friend of our speaker. They grew up in the same town in Iran, but they met here in Dallas. So give them all a hand.
I want to introduce you to Ron Clinton. He has moved here from Mount Pleasant, and he is visiting our club, I think, for the first time today, and we're thrilled to have you. Give him a big round of applause and say hello to him. Hello. Good man.
Well, that's great. Thank you, everyone, for bringing your guests and guests for attending today. We love having you here. Kathy Walls with the Marketplace Advertiser.
is our marketplace advertiser. She is a board-certified estate planning and probate attorney. The OLIAI law firm is a boutique estate planning firm. She enjoys working with families and business owners who transfer assets to the next generation. People always ask Sarah, who's your ideal client? And her answer is everyone. We all need estate planning. A client's preferences, wealth, type of assets, and goals ultimately dictates the type of estate plan that is going to be created. Sarah works hard to learn each client's family goals. Sometimes it means understanding their worries as well. She works with clients on all levels of assets. Sarah has been married for 29 years, has 2 adult children. She's a proud business owner of the OLIAI law firm, PLLC, and enjoys helping customers and serving her community, as you well know. Sarah's office is in Old East Dallas. She invites you to call and set up an appointment for a free initial consultation. Thank you so much, Sarah.
I promise I did not game the system. I do not select who goes first.
I was telling Sarah earlier, it's funny because I just copied last year's list and put it, and I didn't even realize that she was the next person on the list. It happened to fall in her first meeting and after her birthday, too, if you don't know. Happy birthday. So I'm making an appeal for marketplace advertisers for this Rotary year. Sarah actually already paid yesterday, I think, so she's our first paid. If you have been a marketplace advertiser in the past year and would like to renew your advertisement, please do so. You can either come to me, you can bring me a check, you can go online and pay. It's really easy to go on the website and just go in the store, and you'll see marketplace advertiser membership there in the store. You can take care of it that way. We're offering a lot of new things going into this year. There's going to be a dedicated page on the website for all the advertisers, very similar to what you see on the back of the hub. We're going to be doing some other social media stuff, including them in mentions and some video content, that type of thing. So come see me. Thanks.
Thank you, Mark. And now we have Jack Carpenter to talk about the Rotary Club of Park Cities Foundation and the July birthdays.
Thank you, Madam President. Oh, I love saying that. All birthdays in July. Boys and girls, please stand up. Be recognized. Everybody having a birthday in July, please stand and be recognized. I believe I gave all the members their candles. But for our guests, I'm going to ask Sarah if you give our guests a candle. There's 2 over there, 1 over there. So everybody, I'm going to have you stand up and sing happy birthday with me. All of our birthdays. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Please stand. Please sit down. We have a special birthday. Now I'm going to take 30 seconds and introduce you to something that our president has asked me to help all of us accomplish over the next 12 months. That is to help fundraise and contribute to our RTPC Foundation. You see on the right side, we have a candle. And that candle is going to become our thermometer, if you will, for the next 12 months. I'll be working with all of you to help us reach the goal of 85% participation. You see in the last presidential administration under President Duck, we had a participation rate of 35%. All very good, all very important, but I'm confident all of us will be able to reach the 85% participation rate. If you have any questions on this, reach out to me. More is coming. Stay tuned to the space to the right of the candle, and you'll see more information as we go. Thank you in advance for helping us reach 85%. Thank you, and happy birthday.
Okay, and now we've got something fun to present. So if we could have past President Karen Ferris and past President Fred Brown.
Thank you, President Sarah. It is good to be with you today. On June the 27th, at our installation dinner, or luncheon, I should say, we presented 5 individual Rotarians with awards for their outstanding work in the year, Rotary year 2024 and 2025. Today, because 2 of our recipients were not able to be with us on that day, we will award those 2 individuals with their award. Karen?
Okay, first we're going to start with the Wilbur Hawkins Spirit of Rotary Award. This was established in 1997, and it's presented to a club member for enthusiastic service who promotes the culture, the joy, and the spirit of our club through humor and fun, while serving as an example of service for others. Our recipient joined at Rotary actually in 2002, originally as a member of the Dallas Trinity Rotary Club, and joined our club in 2020. Her sponsor was Stan Wright. Her classification, insurance services. She is married to her husband Gary and has 2 children. She's a member of St. Michael and All Angels Episcopal Church, and her hobbies include golf, walking, and reading. She's a graduate of the University of Alabama with a major in marketing. Our recipient opened a State Farm agency in February of 1993. Today, she and her staff of 16 provide home, auto, health, business insurance, as well as financial services. Her agency has been recognized nationally as a Crystal Excellence Agency and a Chairman's Circle qualifier. She has earned the CLU designation and the LUTCF designation. She is a marketplace advertiser, and you just heard a little bit about the program, but what you might not know is that our marketplace advertisers actually generate about 1/10 of our club's income for the year. So it's very important. If you are interested, you heard Mark say there are a few spots open, so please consider that. She's also a member of the raffle team. You know that friendly face out there that sells raffle tickets when you pick up your name tag? She clearly channels her inner Wilbur Hawkins in the raffle drawing, and like Wilbur, she promotes joy and spirit of our club with her humor. Last year, that team actually collected over $2,500 for our foundation. She has been a 4th of July Centennial Park sponsor for many years and serves on the parade committee. So I guess there's no suspense left. It is our honor to present the 2024-25 Wilbur Hawkins Spirit of Rotary Awards to Kathy Wall. Kathy. Okay, Kathy.
I'm really shocked. I don't deserve it, but okay.
Okay, we'll take it back.
Yes, you do.
Our next award is the Stan Wright Community Service Award, which is our newest award given at this club. The Stan Wright Community Service Award honors a member of our club who has served in a leadership position at Rotary Club of Park Cities teams, as well as outside organizations that serve our community. Our 2025 recipient joined our club on October the 20th, 2017. Her classification is newspapers, and her sponsor was Tom Rhodes. She was born in San Francisco, but got to Dallas and Texas as soon as she could, and has been here for over 30 years now. She attended Oklahoma State University with additional management classes at SMU. She is married to her husband, Ian, and they have 2 grown children, a son and a daughter. She is number 9 of 13 siblings. Yeah. She is a member of Holy Trinity Catholic Church, and her interests include travel, yoga, and crafts. She has been employed by People newspapers, which is under the umbrella of D Magazine, for over 30 years. She is currently publisher of Park Cities People and the Preston Hollow People. In the community, over the years, she has been very involved in many nonprofit organizations, and some of them have been the board. She is a board member of Holy Trinity Catholic School Board, a board member of of Brian's House and DIFA, and has been volunteered as a Habitat for Humanity member, the Wilkinson Center, Hunger Busters, and Grow North Texas. She has been an active leader in presenting Park City's 20 Under 20, the annual event honoring 20 individuals under the age of 40 for their outstanding contributions to the community. She has been extremely active in club events since joining our club. She has been a member of the club's board of directors and is currently, as of last year, was serving as the club's secretary. She has been an active member of the 4th of July Parade Committee, the North Texas Food Bank Truck and Packing Day, and chair of the Public Image Committee, just to name a few. She was a member of the 4th class of leadership for Rotary Club of Park Cities. She became a Paul Harris Fellow in 2018. It is our privilege and honor to present the 24-25 Stan Wright Community Service Award to our fellow Rotarian, Pat Martin. Congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations.
And so I'd just like to recognize all of the winners this year. If you would please stand. The Hugh McAfee Award, Jill Jordan. Jill's here. Colonel Smith, Siobhan. Wilbur Hawkins, Kathy. Linda Tunnell, new member. Monty's here. Cleve Clinton, Susan. Please stand so we can recognize you. Stanley Wright, Pat Martin, and the Lifetime Achievement Award, Lori Aldridge. Please give everybody a hand. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Couple quick announcements. If you want to have a green ribbon for your tree, hopefully everyone who texted me has received one. We do have a few more over there on the table. If you would like to pick one up, you can see Lori afterwards. And then the next is, if we can have Jill and Alan stand, and we'd like to thank them, and Van and Philip. Philip, if you'll stand for the tremendous work and the absolutely wonderful parade. If everyone could give them a round of applause. It was a great day. Thank you. And then I'll turn it over to Ruth Ohlali, who's the chair of the day, and I just want to. Oh, we got to do a raffle. Hold on, not yet. Thanks for keeping me in check. Who's got the raffle tickets? Daphne, if you could bring them over to our speaker here. She's going to draw the ticket. All right, and what's our total? It is $2,672. And the last three digits are 257. 257. Oh, that's me. All right. Oh, Daphne, do you got the deck of cards? That's right. All right, Mark.
Getting lean.
Got a pretty good.
Is that just one?
It is.
Is that just one card? Yes! My half will go back into Rotary Foundation, so however we need to do that, it'll go straight to Greg Tate.
So as you all know, thank you, Mark. So half the pot goes to our own foundation, and then the other half goes to the winner, and our gracious winner is just nominated to give it to Rotary International Foundation. So thank you to everyone who's bought a ticket over the last almost, what, nine months, I think? All right. Congrats. That's fun. All right, and a reminder, we have no meeting on Labor Day. We're a ways off yet, but that Labor Day Friday is going to be August the 29th. So now we'll have Ruth come up and present our speaker and welcome today. And I'd just like to share that I am married to a first-generation Iranian American, and I like to call him the first redneck Iranian American.
Thank you, President Sarah. I hope I'm close enough now. Our speaker is SEDA MAURER. Do you use Siri when you answer the phone in your car or want to make a phone call? Do you use speech to text instead of trying to get your fingers on that small keyboard on your phone? Do you want your website to really welcome your clients? Well, accessibility is for everyone. SEDA will discuss how accessibility is a universal and need and should be mainstreamed for everyone and every product. For executives, empathy pays. SEDA?
Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this empathy pays. And I break the microphone. How's that? Thank you. And why accessibility is a requirement for everyone. So forgive me, I'm still adjusting to the setup here, and that's why I have my slides kind of in front of me as well. Today I'll just begin with a brief introduction of my credentials so you understand who's speaking with you, and move on to importance of accessibility, designing with empathy, and of course digital accessibility, and end with a brief summary. So who's speaking with you? I'm SEDA MAURER. I am the owner of SEDA MAURER Consulting, LLC. And my focus, my consultation focuses on digital accessibility. However, I come from over 40 years of visual design and user experience. I gradually moved from visual design as internet and online products became more of the way to move to conduct business. But my focus remained on digital accessibility since 2015. I got special training on user experience and digital accessibility from the leaders of the industry, such as Karen Holtzblatt and Hugh Byers on contextual inquiries that were just invaluable for me. The Nielsen Norman Group for research, my guru Alan Cooper for the entire UX process and creating personas, and of course, last but not least, Sharon Rush, the entire Knowbility organization and Access U conferences for digital accessibility. I have twice passed the CPAC, the certified, it's a long name, just CPAC. In certification, you have to renew it every 3 years, so this year I'm due for another renewal test as well. But in order to study, to pass that, I had to study on a lot of details about accessibility in general, like universal design and accessibility models. And one of the models I'll just share with you, which is the social model that says we create disabilities when we do not create environments that are accessible to everyone. And that just resonates with me very strongly. And also, I have audited many applications, industry level websites, apps. So when I speak of specifically requirements, it's from experience and seeing the effects of it on people and how miserable their lives can be. And generated VPATs, which is literally a sales tool, started a requirement by the government to have VPATs generated that shows the health of an application when it comes to accessibility, but now it's more widespread, and let's say banks would also require that. So enough about me. The importance of accessibility, I'll start with just a few facts, such as 1 in 6 people globally have significant disabilities. In US, 1 out of 4 have some disabilities. I also want you to keep in mind, you don't see many disabilities. They're not visible to you. I am having a hard time reading that screen because it's too far away, even though I have trifocal corrective lenses. It's still a disability. So it's the environment, again, and creating a disability for me. I'm not being critical. I'm just saying that it happens all the time, right? We do things differently. And also, 45% of people with disabilities are ages 65 and plus. And that's significant because of our aging population. So some facts about the aging population, as you see, unless you live in Sudan or countries close to it, we are in danger. US sits at like 131st country as far as the growth rate. Our birth rate is less than 70%. That means we are growing older as a population. China is in much worse shape, and that's why they actually stopped the one-child rule, because they couldn't support their social programs. As you know, in US, the age for retirement has keep rising because of the similar thing, which means we all have to work longer years. We all have to be active, right, and be able to collaborate. We don't have enough young people to take care of us, so we need to be independent and self-sufficient. So this is a screen of a pyramid is depicting what population growth looked like in 1950. This is the expectation for 2100. We are in the first layer of the yellow. So we are going from pyramid to a box. That means basically in as many births as elder, and we have to be considerate of all abilities. And accessibility is not an option anymore, specifically digital accessibility, and it must be a mainstream requirement. So designing with empathy, I am also wanting to share with you why empathy is so important. When we empathize with someone, we understand the needs of that individual. We, excuse the expression, we just shut up and listen, right? We try to put ourselves in their shoes, understand their environment, environmental influences, understand their weaknesses, their needs, rather than project ours on top of theirs. And this is critical for being innovative, right? To come up with designs that help specific people. So here are examples of designs that has taken place throughout history with empathy. So starting with typewriter, and Mr. Fantoni created typewriter to help his sister who was blind to be able to communicate, and we used those keypads all the time. Telephone, Graham Bell created that for his mother because she was hard of hearing and he wanted to be able to, her to be able to communicate. Electric toothbrush was created for those with physical constraints. Cuts, thank you. Like I said, I am having a hard time reading. This, of course, came about after World War II with veterans that were wheelchair bound to help them be able to cross the street. Well, now everyone's using it, right? Mothers with strollers and people are pushing carts around or luggage with wheels. It's almost like an expected thing anymore. The push button, I have been objecting on that wheelchair sign on it because we are all using it. Why is it just for wheelchair people? Because you have your hands full and here, just nudge that button and the doors open, and which should be for everyone. And of course, captioning, that thank God, again, the creator was, he had the need and he was in a position to enforce that and make it a requirement. As Ruth also pointed out, voice recognition, voice activated tools, audiobooks. I am a fan of audiobooks. In a process of learning about accessibility in general, I discovered my own learning differentiations, which is I need to hear as well as see, not just see. Just reading the book is not doing it for me. So audiobooks are excellent, and of course, both my friends Mary and Ruth have been readers of them too. And of course, other garments and other items, I should say, that have been designed for people with mobility issues, snap-on buttons, on and on. These are items that were designed with empathy, and look how successful they are, how it's omnipresent, and we are using it, we are enjoying that. So I want to emphasize the digital accessibility. I believe that the physical accessibility by now has fairly been well established. Much better, much more than digital accessibility. So imagine you're at an airport, God forbid if it's Thanksgiving also, and the flights are canceled, right? So here I am, the agent, trying to accommodate a long line of people. Accessibility has nothing to do with it, right? We are people, travelers trying to pass through, trying to reach our destinations. And what do you think that agent would like to have? A mouse that try to figure out where each entry field is to put the focus on, or just be able to type in, right? Use the keyboard to enter the data fast and move people, to their destinations. Well, guess what? Keyboard access is like #1 requirement for digital accessibility. Because if you have vision impairment, and I won't say just blind, but low vision people also use screen readers. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They read anything on the screen for the users. Even people with let's say dyslexia use screen readers because reading is torture for them. So they need to listen all the time. So all of these are dependent on a keyboard function, a proper keyboard operation. So let's move on to why is it important now? Why is digital accessibility important? Because everything has gone online, right? You want to have dental appointment, you need to get online to make an appointment. You want to renew your driver's license, you need to get online. You want to order pizza, it's better online. You name it, right? There are banks that don't even have brick and mortar, locations. So, and then of course apps. Any organization you go, oh, did you download my app? You can get a discount or something. So I don't know how many apps can one phone even house, but here they are. But also want to point out that disabilities that I'm talking about are not just the physical. I know that's the first thing that people think of, blindness or wheelchair bound, which are obviously significant, as well as hearing and mobility. But imagine, look at all the cognitive issues that we have to address. Memory is one of them. For my own presentation today, at the beginning of this subsection, in order to remind myself when to tell you the story about the airport, I had to put an icon in there. You probably didn't even notice it, but memory is the first thing to go for most of us because we are under so much stress, and memory is a killer. So there are WCAG criteria. These are W3C generated criteria that says website should be operable, should be understandable, should be robust and operable, perceivable. These requirements really should be for everyone. I want to ask you to just take a quick look at this. I don't know if I have enough time, but if you could notice any problems. So to make things fast, of course, there are so many problems. From color contrasts that are non-existent, a legend that is non-existent. I don't know what it means when half the blocks don't have a tiny little thing underneath. Can I even read that tiny thing? So anyway, it just goes on and on. So in summary, I just want to tell you that digital accessibility compliance is good business, even from business point of view. It's good business. And poor principles should be, the WCAG criteria should be part of every product's requirements. And also that people of all ages and abilities should be considered, incorporated, tested with for any product. And at the minimum, an application should be resizable. I think Ruth has a great example where she paid for an application to prepare tax, and it could not resize to her convenience. That to me, it's like breaking all laws. It has to be, return that product. It has to be, again, if I can see it, I'm sorry, I cannot read from here. Anyway, it needs to be resizable, it needs to be operable with a keyboard, it needs to prevent errors. Everyone blamed themselves, oh, I'm so stupid, I don't understand technology. No, none of you are stupid, right? It's just the technology that is not working for you, is not considering you and making, including all the requirements that they need. And again, I'm sorry, I cannot read, but empathy truly pays for business people, and it pays for everyone, and it helps us grow and be inclusive. So with that, I open. Yes?
Q&A.
Yes.
So one thing you mentioned right at the end here about the immense amount of apps, and then something that Ruth had downloaded an app and
No, purchased an
purchased an
application.
app. Yeah,
Yes.
purchased and then downloaded, or maybe you didn't download. At any rate, one of the things that's happening a lot, it's happened to me more than I'd like to admit, is getting ripped off.
Yes.
It's flagrant. I mean, it's everywhere now. And
I agree.
so that's the new thievery. How do we get around that?
Do
I
we
guess
have
is-
any lawyers that are willing to take? Seriously, I think products should be stamped. Just like I have a lot of physical like allergies, so I cannot eat anything that has gluten or genetically modified food. It will literally kill me. So it's stamped. I think all products should also have standards, right? There should be a governance somewhere that says this product is not accessible for people who need accessible features. And we are not there yet, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Most communication is nonverbal, and just hearing someone. Most communication is nonverbal, and a lot of companies are getting away from having the just good old-fashioned customer service. Do you feel bringing that back would help accessibility?
No, that's giving a pass, a free pass to people to still generate or produce applications that are not accessible. I mean, it's always nice to speak to someone when you are struggling, when you are at a point that you cannot help it anymore. Yes, it's good to have that, but that should not be a pass for everyone else to create websites or applications that will not zoom or don't have good color contrast, so my poor eyes cannot see, right, what you're expecting me to read. All of these have to be, the requirements should be part of any product's requirements. 20 years ago, it was an added option, a band-aided, process. Oh, it's not accessible. Okay, what will it take if we just do this and that? Well, no, it has to be thought through from the beginning, right? And it needs to be part of the framework of the application. You cannot band-aid and make it work. And keyboard functions is one of the first things that people started dropping off. The story I told you about an airline, it is a true story, obviously. I have observed an gate agent application that totally relied on a mouse function instead of keyboard, and just blows my mind. So no, they cannot get away with that. I mean, no application should be inaccessible. I'm sorry.
Over here. What about the new breakthrough generation AI? And artificial intelligence,
yes,
and people using it, and then you have the issue of validity of the information. What's your view on this, and how do you integrate that with everything?
Well, I am, frankly, personally, I'm scared of AI. If I am one of those who relies on streaming for, let's say, news headlines and all that. I don't have cable, and I think twice where I am bringing up the information, whether it's real or not. I am being very careful about that. And when it comes to accessibility, I don't think we have even gone deep enough into making sure the AI is helping at this point. It's still in its infancy, and well, for most of us, and not enough is being considered yet for AI.
Yeah, thank you for being here. My wife is pretty technologically challenged, and I help her a lot, and she'll be on a website, and she'll say, well, it's not working. And I'll say, okay, you need to do that. And she'll look at me and she'll say, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
It's not intuitive. So, you know, my feeling is a lot of these apps are designed by 25-year-old people who are so computer literate and technologically literate that older people who are more technologically challenged have a real problem with it.
I don't, if you don't mind me even contradicting a little bit, I don't think they are that literate. They are comfortable. We are the immigrants, right, to technology. They were born with it. But doesn't mean that they know enough about it or they have considered all aspects of it, because as you said, they're young, they're immortal, and they only see their own kind, right? And so the lack of knowledge is not helping them also, or helping us when they, just a quick note, I had worked at a company where I was in charge of the entire intranet. There were 22 different departments. And you wouldn't believe how many wanted to have jumping frogs and Christmas lights and whatnot on their site. And not even thinking Christmas lights are cute if you look at it once. You keep blinking those things, it will give someone a seizure. Seriously, I cannot watch blinking stuff for more than few seconds. I have to walk away. So it's just that lack of knowledge. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, Monty gets the final question.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for mentioning the wheelchair button accessibility push. When I was in university, we were getting fined as students for using that button if we weren't in a wheelchair. And it became a whole stink on campus. And I was thinking of, I have a sister with cognitive and physical disabilities, and she doesn't have any strength like dexterity to pull doors. And so had she been on campus, she probably would have gotten fined, and it physically is, you know, she can't pull open a commercial door sometimes. You mentioned you were fighting for that. Is there like a committee? Do you need some help? I would love to help you write letters.
Let's keep in touch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, SEDA, for being here today. A book will be placed in your honor. We donate a book to Jack Lowe Senior Elementary School to honor our speakers, and it's kind of a neat program. We work with DISD, and they buy the books. We donate them. But a student is positively reinforced. They receive a token. They go get to select the book of their choice, and it's theirs to keep. It's not a library book. So thank you for being here today. Next Friday's speaker will be Stephanie. Where's
Stephanie, who had to step out.
Okay. Stephanie Bonin from Hope Cottage, and the chair will be our own Richard Stanford and Pat Martin. If you are ready to do the four-way test, please join me up here. Yes, and so, well, here's a reminder. We have an 85% service goal, so all my goals this year are 85%, right? 100% might not be realistic, but 85%, we'd like everyone to 85% of our club to participate in at least one service project. As Jack said, 85% participating to the our own foundation, and Greg Pape will help you get to 85% with our own foundation.
We're going for 86.
He's going for 86. So maybe it'll be a contest who gets the highest percentage. But Tom Swift has let me know we have a problem. We only have 4 people signed up for Ronald McDonald House on Monday. So it's Monday from 4 to 6:45. So if you want to at least check off one of your service opportunities, see Tom or sign up online. They really need your help. Pat?
Please join me in the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
One under the belt. Paul.
Richard, when we get to your birthday, Richard, when we get to your birthday, I'm going to have a really big candle just for you. You know, when I showed this idea to Sarah on Wednesday at the board meeting, I stuck by the back and she had to ask me, Jack, are we going to light these candles? No, Sarah. I don't think that would be a good idea. She's an attorney. I didn't expect her to ask me that question. No, Sarah, I'm not lighting these candles. She said, I like the idea. No, it's fun. You got to get people to laugh.
Loading up right? Oh, let's see what I gotta have. it's so it's $4.25 per year. And then some people like use just their business card design, but we can make any kind of, design, that size of the contact info for the hub. And then I'm in the process of designing the page on the website. But there's going to be, what I'm going to do on there is I'm going to put logo, and/or headshot, be both, right, contact information, and then those are going to be links. So when somebody's on the website, like if they click on the logo to go directly to your website or wherever you want that to go, or like your contact, on the legal contact info, you can even put in like if you want like a LinkedIn profile, or a page link, or something like that.
Yeah, no, well, I was gonna have my company design it.
Yeah, I can send you some information. Do you have a card?
No, I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Let me get that. Oh, you're not 'cause it'll have the what I'll send you. It'll have like the parameters as far as like the size of the graphic and things, and then also information about because we'll need you to provide a script. So like Kathy, read Sarah's script today, so it's like a 120 word script of whatever you want the person who's presenting you, whatever you want them to say when it's your turn. And normally you get like 2 or 3 of those throughout the year. Just kind of depends on where it falls. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, Mark, you made my day. More than one. Lori come to give me the cash. She said, on your first day, you hit the jackpot. I said, thanks. Now, are we going to give Mark credit for this? Oh, that's a good idea. We should give Mark credit for this. And I reported it.
Oh, I mean for...
And I don't know where that's going to go, Mark, but I just said, we should give Mark credit for that.
Okay. Joe, we want the banner?
If it's not a
I
big deal,
think-
How about Jack and I? How about Jack and I hold it and you take a picture of it?
Oh.
good, because she's going to put it on her social media.
Here.
I'm sorry.
No, you're without us in it?
Well, we can cut, we'll
Yeah.
take a couple and we'll cut you out.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You have to crop it now to crop us out, right?
I do that all the time. No problem. Thank you very much.
With empathy, right?
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome. It's okay. Thank you.
That's going to be our tagline, crop with empathy.